Ah, Jesus, he's falling around the gaff.
Do you think I come up the lagging on a bubble?
I know where I'm putting Daddy's sauce.
Hang on, can I submit my confession? Welcome back to Meet in the Middle. I'm Jake.
I'm Danny.
And I'm James.
This is a podcast where British and Irish banter collide, bringing you chaotic laughs, bizarre confessions, and a whole load of questionable life advice. Here's what's coming up this week. In Have You Heard? Why are people ordering takeaways that never turn up?
In Confessionals, a proper sweaty gym session takes a nosedive when a rogue AirPod ends up in the lower deck.
Oh,
God.
There's no Rachel this week, but that does not mean we do not get those burning questions answered in Rachel's furry purse.
And in What the Fact, did you know that half the colours you're looking at right now didn't actually exist in the human brain? So we're going to be looking at, where did colours come from?
we've all had those evenings where you mindlessly order a massive takeaway and then regret it. But we'll be looking at one app where you can do all that and get your dopamine fix at the same time.
Oh, what's this?
So you're going to ask how, Danny? A new digital...
He just did.
Oh, you just did?
He's following the script. He's got a script and he's sticking with it.
It's not a script, James. It's my notes. A new digital trend called dopamine sites is taking over in South Korea. So it's designed entirely to stop people from doom spending. One of the most viral examples right now is an app literally called Food Never Comes. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's a fake food delivery app that looks and functions exactly like the real ones. You can browse menus, add a ridiculous amount of food to your basket, and go all the way through to the checkout process. But when you hit pay, no money leaves your bank account and no delivery driver is ever dispatched.
That would
That
do
is
my head
such
in.
a cock tease.
That would do my head in because I'd be like, where's the delivery? No, that's good. I couldn't do that.
So it actually gives you like a delivery time and shows you on a map the way like certain food delivery apps work. So you're there peeping out the window and nobody's ever going to come.
Well, I think it's to an extent spent. That it
And this
has
is
that.
in South Korea.
Yeah.
That's
But this is
soul
just
crushing.
like, oh, here he is with the dad jokes. But
So how is it giving you dopamine then? Because that's a rush, right?
Yeah, so I will let you know how that happens. So basically, right, it's going viral. And I say that dopamine rush happens when it's proven that when you online shop, it's just those little bits of going through, adding things to the basket is just giving you that little dopamine rush. But obviously, you're doing it, but not spending anything. But it's tricking your brain into thinking that you are spending money that you don't have. So it just completely, this website, this Food Never Comes, it just mimics the user interface of major delivery apps like Uber Eats, Deliveroo. So when you're craving that burger at 11 o'clock at night, you open the app, you just add everything in, say it comes to 45 quid, and you hit that checkout button, and it'll come up like order confirmed. So your brain just gets that little dopamine hit that you just spent money.
But then it also gets the disappointment of something never arriving.
Well, there is that as well. Yeah.
So do you need to put in card details if it's never an actual transaction?
No, you don't put card details or anything like that. It's literally blowing up because people are getting stressed out by the cost of living in South Korea. And the easiest way to find that bit of comfort is to order a treat. So
Which never fucking
never comes.
Why not just go on like Pinterest and just look up photos of takeaways instead?
But it's all about the dopamine rush that is hitting the brain. And these apps are blowing up everywhere. So you can have it for food, just like clothes shopping, booking holidays, you name it. Yes, it is the sheer disappointment that you're not going to Tenerife for 2 weeks and you think you spent $2,000 on that. Going back to the whole psychological effect of this. So experts are saying the dopamine release in shopping or ordering food doesn't actually come from receiving the item. It comes from the anticipation and the physical act of clicking buy. So it's the thinking, I'm getting this. So by gamifying the checkout process, your brain gets tricked into feeling satisfied. So you get the rush and your actual hard-earned cash just stays safely in your pocket.
I don't know, though,
I
because
get it.
the excitement comes from knowing that you've ordered something and it will arrive.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a bit of a double negative. It doesn't...
Yeah, it makes sense on paper, but it doesn't transpose when you're actually doing it. Because I would love to see the analytics of how many people go on that website or that app do the fake download, I'll do the fake order, and then straight away, fuck this, I'm going to Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee everybody, as soon as they do that, they'll be like, no, this isn't working. It's straight onto Uber Eats. Give me a fucking big greasy double cheeseburger from McDonald's.
Oh, I will say though, Jake, like based on what James has just said there and what you said, you can go onto this app and order like £45 worth of food.
Yeah.
And then what you might do in reality is just order some chips or something.
Possibly, yeah.
So there's that benefit, because you could go like, oh, I feel great because I've just ordered £45 worth of food that I'm never going to get, and it's really unhealthy, and so what I'll actually order is something a little bit cheaper and maybe a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
I suppose what a good deterrent would be is if at the end of the fake order they say, congratulations, you saved like this amount of calories that you didn't consume eating this food. That might deter people then from going over to Uber Eats.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Make that app. Make a fortune from it, James.
Well, apparently you already have it in South Korea.
the calorie side of things. But I don't know about you guys, but I always have like, say if I really want something, I get that itch all the time. And I think this is what it is. It's when you want something, you get that itch.
Crabs, Jake.
I told you not to say anything, Danny. But it's that itch, and I have to scratch that itch sometimes if it's something that I really want. I'll get it.
For that.
Don't lie. I'm sure you two get that shopping.
Chlamydia? No, never.
But when you really want something, you have to scratch it just to like ease.
Yeah, but what I do is I go onto Amazon, for example.
Yeah.
I know there's
Fill your basket.
Fill my basket and leave it in the basket. But that does that kind of hit for me. It's like, I know I want it, and maybe I'll get it in the future, but I'll leave it there for now.
You're basically edging yourself in your shopping basket, Danny.
Exactly that.
But there is a massive risk, and I know you both briefly touched on this by saying, well, you're just going to go to your Uber Eats app. Imagine getting absolutely pissed on a night out, coming home and thinking, I'm going to go onto this app, order loads of stuff, but you've gone onto the wrong app.
And you've eaten the neighbour's cat instead.
Yeah. But it's like, and I know there's like the danger side of this, because I don't know if either of you have, but I have in the past, is I've had like gone on like a gambling app where you just placing real-time bets, but you're not spending anything. So is it feeding an addiction where if you're a shopaholic, because there's generally people out there that are shopaholics, and you are fulfilling that, and then it's not really like starving like that crave.
Yeah, I get that side of things, because three of us all play virtual poker, and you do get that rush, and even slot machines as well. No money involved, but you do get that hit when like you make, if fucking pity the real money isn't involved, because sometimes we've won like 1 million or 12 million on these slots in virtual reality. So you do get that dopamine hit. Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. It's just getting that gratification that you probably wouldn't get, or if you can't afford it. And they're trying to just tackle that cost of living, because they're thinking, well, people are getting depressed because they can't afford anything. But I don't know
scratch that itch. Oh. Oh, that was a deep scratch. Oh, chicken fried rice. Oh, bit of chow mein. Oh.
So there you go. So you can go and order your chicken chow mein, whether it's on the app or not, James. But I want to hear from you.
Oh, family sharing box of chicken nuggets. Oh.
I want to hear from you. Have you thought this is a good idea? Let us know in the comments below, or DM us podcast.meetinthemiddle. Or you can email me with any of your stories, jake@meetinthemiddlepod.com.
Your food has arrived. Oh. Tell the truth and shame the devil. It's time for confessionals. If you've got any stories that you'd like to submit in to us, please DM us on Instagram, whether that be a message or a voice note direct. Podcast.meetinthemiddle. Keep them coming in. We're loving them. Or else you can email me. We also have an email address, and it's james@meetinthemiddlepod.com. The first one I have. My wireless earbud fell down my gym leggings, and my fanny literally swallowed a hole.
Oh.
I need to tell the truth and shame the devil. I was at the gym trying to look effortlessly fit on the Stairmaster while listening to your podcast. I was sweating buckets, fully in the zone, taking massive strides. Suddenly, my left AirPod popped right out. I did the frantic mid-air juggle to catch, but instead I accidentally battled it straight down the front of my high-waisted compression leggings.
Wow.
Now, I was commando that day. So instead of sliding down my leg, this smooth little plastic AirPod guided itself perfectly into my lady garden.
Oh God.
My God.
Because of the sheer suction of the tight gym gear, my fanny basically acted like a Hoover and sucked it right in. I froze dead in the middle of the gym floor. I could see this hard, tiny plastic bit lodged deep inside my love canal. But the absolute horror started when Danny started frantically laughing at the confessional about the girl with the bat bomb incident. And his laugh began echoing inside my pelvis.
I've been in someone's midst.
That's a first. My bits were literally broadcasting me in the middle for the entire weights area. I bolted for the disabled toilet, locked the door, and dropped into a frantic squat. I was bearing down and coughing like mad, but it wouldn't budge. I had to go on a blind, desperate fishing expedition, shoving my fingers up into my muscular abyss while praying I wouldn't accidentally hit the touch-sensitive volume button. After 5 minutes of absolute sweat, breathing heavy and fierce clawing, I finally managed to breathe the rogue tech back into the world.
Oh God.
So girls, always wear knickers at the gym, unless you want your vajayjay to act as a subwoofer for your favourite podcast.
Oh my God.
Danny has been inside a woman, everybody!
Not the first time. I watched straight for a period of time, you know.
But at least this time you were laughing and not her.
And you brought us some level of joy.
What was I going to say? Those compression tights are normally like really figure hugging, though, like nothing can get in them.
But I do see a lot of girls at the gym with like their phone tucked in the front of them. So it could have fell through it that way.
Okay, yeah.
Or she could have used it to catch it because you don't want to drop it on the floor and it breaks.
I think Apple are missing a trick here. Minge pods.
I minge. You minge, we all minge.
I veg.
Has anything weird ever happened to you at the gym or any accidents like that?
I don't think so. I think like my I thought I've had my music playing in my headphones and it hasn't.
No.
And I listen to some real bloody shit, camp pop. So people must have been like, and like RuPaul and musicals. People must have been like, what the bloody
I'm just picturing
hell?
you walking on an incline on the treadmill, going, "Don't be jealous of my book."
Exactly that.
I've had it where my towel was dropped and then it's just got wrapped in the bike. But if I'm spinning or anything like that, but you can't stop and it just gets lodged.
Your
And then
towel?
Towel, yeah. So your sweat towel, and then you have to then fish it out. Try explaining that. But I've also missed my step on the Stairmaster as well. Just being nosy and looking just in the distance, and then just lost my
Look at
step.
girls.
I'll tell you something. Yeah, I did a spin class once, and because I'd never done it before, and I was like, I love cycling. I'll do this. Oh my God, it took it all out of me. I got off the bike and I nearly collapsed because I couldn't feel my legs.
Jesus. When I was boxing, I sweat fucking loads when I train, but it's like pure water. I don't know, just because the size of me and the amount of water I drink, it's just pure water. There's no smell or anything from the sweat, but it drips. And at the end of boxing training in the gym, we'd always do sprints in the indoor hall. It was a community hall at the time. Now I think it's owned by the gym, the boxing gym. But we'd do sprints, but they'd start with like your feet under the rad pipe and your hands behind your head, and then the coach would shout go and you'd sprint. But they purposely had to make me start racing last, because as soon as I sit down on the ground, there's a puddle of fucking sweat on that ground. And it's happened before. Yeah, everyone like would be running back and you have to touch the wall back and forth. But everyone was like breaking their fucking neck over my sweat.
Just get the little cone
I
out.
don't know. That's quite strategic.
Yeah, possibly. Well, yeah, but it's competitive, yeah, but it's just training. And it happened with probably kids as well. Going home with a broken nose and boxing.
that's
Did you get that in the ring? No, I got it from James's sweat. Right, we got one more. Are you ready?
Ready.
I got soaked by Mother Nature, induced labour, and left my wife with a lopsided bush.
What?
What the hell?
So my wife and I celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary. We were recalling really weird and wacky memories during our marriage. Warning, some TMI information ahead.
Oh
no.
When we got married, my wife was 6 months pregnant. Not to be TMI, but I often used to shave my wife's legs and bits because she couldn't reach. That's nice.
Oh, Yeah.
Nothing sexual about it, just purely functional. So around 8 months to the pregnancy, my wife asked me to shave her bits, and it was like an Amazon jungle down there. So because of her bump, she would stand over me, spread, and I would shave the areas. I used an electric razor. I didn't shave all the way, just trimmed it down. So during one of these sessions, my wife sneezed and lightly peed on me. We burst out laughing. I toweled myself and kept going. At this point, I had finished her legs and we had finished her top right hand side and was working my way to the left. Think like painting a fall, except I'm shaving.
Love it.
As I started again, my wife froze and gasped. Before I moved, her water burst onto my face and all over my chest.
Oh, God.
We froze, screamed and panicked. I literally had to fast rinse in the shower, grab the baby bag and then race out to the hospital. A few hours later, our son was born, all good and healthy. The gynecologist chuckled and said, "Nice grooming. It's like a before and after photo." Oh, that's wholesome.
That's a great memory, though. I know, obviously, the TMI bits, but
Yeah.
what a story to tell.
But I'm just picturing him just down like that, with like a leg up, just like trying to shave, and just a fucking waterfall
Well, I
coming
wondered,
down.
like, does it come, like,
It just drops.
gushing out?
Yeah,
Does
literally,
it
like
go?
just like say, it's like a plastic bag, and you just slice the end of it.
Yeah. Because you have a plug. So once the plug gets,
Wow.
and it just goes. Oh, imagine if he was talking at the same time and he got his mouth open.
I'd love a slow-mo video and just Enya playing. Who can say? Right. No Rachel this week. And we forgot to mention earlier, that means it is a boys episode.
Yeah.
I feel like your mom's out because we never normally drink on the podcast and we're all having a clunk cast now.
Yeah.
So cheers,
are.
guys.
We
Yeah,
are.
cheers.
Bad luck to toast without cheers and Danny.
Oh,
Cheers.
he did a double cheers anyway. It's fine.
So Rachel is not here this week, but that does not mean we don't get these burning questions from her furry box. Although Rachel's
your
gone,
fairy box out then.
no, although Rachel's gone, her box still lingers. It's like-
In the words of the Cranberries.
but she was nice enough to send us in a voice note and handpick from her box for us. So here it is.
Hi lads, sorry I can't be with you this week, but we are still doing my furry purse, so right, here we go. This might be quite fitting actually with the weather that we've been having, so are you ready for this question?
Yes.
Have you ever tasted your own sweat?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Let's just say I definitely have, either on holiday sweating like a pig, at the gym, or just in general sweating, upper sweaty lip, wee bit salty and all that, of course. Let me know what you guys think, and have you ever tasted your own sweat?
Oh, God.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, Rachel.
All right.
Bye.
What is the chances of that? We were talking about the gym, sweat, and then, yeah, like how?
Mad.
And that's obviously pre-recorded before we recorded this.
I was quite worried though. I wondered where this was going when I heard the S. I was like,
I know. Have you ever tasted your own?
Yeah. Shows you where our heads are. In the gutter. Right, well, yeah, I definitely have. Like, from boxing, the worst thing is, like, when you're in the ring, you've got sweat dropping down your face, and I already told you how much I fucking sweat too, so people were swimming in it, and I was drinking it. But to make it even more disgusting, I've, like, probably tasted other people's sweat as well from boxing, because their gloves hitting me face, and then their sweat is probably on the gloves.
yeah.
Wow.
Jake, have you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, just like working out and everything like that, but I've also tasted other people's sweat as well.
In
How'd
what
you do it?
circumstance?
So I've got a friend that's really sweaty. Not you, not just you, James. That's really
Sweaty
sweaty.
Betty.
And I was quite drunk at his wedding, and we were in the photo booth, and I just like did the kiss on the side of the
Jake.
cheek.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. You went, we're in the photo booth, and then you were like, what are you doing?
So no, like at weddings, you have the like photo booth things, like with all the gimmicky stuff and all this, and we were all like, we'd all had a few, and I just went to kiss him on the cheek, grab him, and then I forgot how sweaty he is,
I've done that before.
and I was like, oh, yeah.
I've done that before as well.
And all sweat tastes the same.
How
That's
many
what I was
people have
saying.
you fucking tasted?
We'll save that for another question.
Salty. Yeah, I have, because James, like you, I actually sweat quite a lot as well. And on stage, when when I was doing my theatre stuff, obviously all those lights and you're dancing around and you're wearing like full-on costumes, it can get very sweaty. And I've literally had sweat where like you've had to be frozen still and the sweat is just pouring and it like goes on your lips and everything. Like,
Frozen still when you're playing the tree in the play.
there we go.
I tell you were sweating when you lost that toe as well. That toenail.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm curling my toes now.
That makes me go all funny.
I'm literally tasting my sweat right now. It's that hot.
Yeah. It is. It's just salty, isn't it? It's just like a really salty water. But do you know what? I don't mind it. It's my body. It's come out of my body. So
Oh,
Yeah.
what else comes out of your body?
I've tasted that as well.
Although,
Oh,
although if you've had a heavy sesh the night before and you sweat in the morning after and the alcohol sweats kick out, that's got a whole different taste to it and different smell.
Really?
how do you taste it in bed, or do you fucking hang by the feet?
No, but like, do you know, if you've been on the night out before and you've been drinking spirits all the time, the spirits do literally come out of your pores in sweat, and you can
Fiona,
still,
is that a spirit behind you?
The Spirit of Christ compels you.
yeah, so you just sweat the spirit out.
Well, thanks for sending that through, Rachel. You're missed, but don't rush back.
Okay, it's time for...
What the fuck?
That's right. So this week's What the Fact actually comes in from a listener who has far too much time on their hands. So they want to know, where did all the colours come from and how did they know what colours were what?
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, this was a mind fuck for me because I was a bit like, you're right. Like, how did we know what colours were what? Anyway, it sounds like a question you'd ask your mate if you were both high, doesn't it, really? But linguists, I was going to say linguinists and scientists have actually looked into this, and the truth is utterly mind-bending. In 1969, there was a pair of absolute nerds named Brent Berlin and Paul Kay who studied languages all over the planet. And what they discovered is every single civilization invented colour words in the exact same chronological order.
Oh.
Like all over the world. So stage one across the globe, everyone started with dark and light, so black and white.
Yeah.
Basically. It was basically, can I see well enough to shag it, or is it pitch black and about to eat? But stage two, the very first actual hue humans named, what do you think it was, the next colour?
Orange?
Not orange,
White.
not white.
Don't
It
know.
was actually red.
Oh, okay.
Every single time, every single civilization, red was the next colour. Because
Wait, so without speaking to each other, they all came up with this colour red?
So yeah,
That is insane.
Every civilization started with black and white. The next color was red, and it's because red is the color of fire, ripe berries, and crucially, the stuff that starts gushing out of your mate when a woolly mammoth steps on his head. It's the color of blood. It's the color of danger, and it's the color of arousal.
Oh.
Now, after red, things get a little bit weird. Humans eventually unlocked yellow and green. Mm-hmm. But do you know what colour didn't exist for thousands of years?
Blue.
You're dead on.
Really?
It is blue, yes. So ancient languages, Greek, Old English, Icelandic, Japanese, they had no word for the colour blue. The ancients looked up at the sky and described it as looking like bronze or wine dark.
Oh.
And Homer, who was the Greek poet, literally described the sea as looking like red wine. So either the man was permanently plastered on ancient Pinot Noir, or they literally couldn't process the colour blue because they didn't have a word for it.
Did they just all have cataracts?
Well, there could be that too, but then they wouldn't see any bloody colour.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, in the Irish language, before English became widely spoken in Ireland, we had no name for the colour orange. So, like, obviously our flag is green, white and orange, but historically it's been called green, white and gold.
Interesting, because I'm going to come up to the colour orange in a bit, so it may be kind of tied in. But just think about that, though. Like, if you don't have a word for something, your brain struggles to even notice it if it doesn't have a word for it. So it's like when you're looking for your car keys and they're right in front of your face, except it's the bloody sky. And speaking of things that mess with your head and what James just touched on, let's talk about the colour orange. So before the 1500s in England, so I know I love the 1800s, I'm going back even further. If you were wearing a bright neon orange jumper, for example, people would look at you and they'd say, "Oh, nice yellow red jumper, mate." The word for it was literally yellow red, and that's spelled GEOLUHREAD, yellow red.
That is technically correct, though, because even like grass that you see, we see it as what? Green.
Green.
Yeah.
It's not actually green. It's a mixture of yellow and blue, and our eyes connect the dots and combine them in our brain. But the grass is actually, without the human eye, yellow and blue.
Oh, okay.
Well, talking about orange, so basically merchants started bringing oranges, the fruit, over from Asia. We're talking 1500s here, remember? And the English went, "Ooh, what's this sweet sticky thing called?" And the Spanish called it naranja, which became orange in French, and then we basically stole it.
Do you know what it is in Irish? Arashta.
Arashta.
Yeah, it comes from the English version of it.
Of orange.
Yeah, Arashta.
Yeah. Well, we love the fruit so much we named the colour after it. The fruit actually came first, not the colour. It's so weird.
That is weird.
I think it came from that as well in Ireland. We had no colour for orange, so we named it after the fruit and the English version of the name of that fruit.
I just think it's mental. But that also means like a carrot, which is orange, would have just been a muddy yellow red bastard.
But imagine the carrot came before the orange, and it was like, oh yeah, the Irish flag is green, white, and carrot.
But do you know what? Fun fact: do you know carrots? They didn't used to be orange.
They're great for your eyesight as well.
They didn't.
They used to be purple.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And they're very good for your eyes. You've never seen a fucking rabbit with glasses, have you?
Oh my God, it's
Unless they've been hit by a car.
mental.
But Joe, I wonder sometimes as well, like, why can't we make up a new colour in our mind? Like, just make one up.
Yeah.
Well, we do. Like, if you think about now, if you go into somewhere like a Home Depot store, like B&Q or, Home Depot, like brands like Dulux, and they all have made up colours now.
Yeah.
No, but it's not a made up colour. It's a mix or different combination or levels of like different HRL or RGB colours. So it's a mixture of red, blue and green, the three primary colours, and depending on the intensity of each of them will make different colours. But I'm talking, imagine if you could make up in your head a new primary colour that isn't red, green or blue. You can't.
But what's to say that there isn't actually more colours, but because we don't have a name for it, we don't see it?
No, that's the other thing as well. That's the other debate, that there is, but our eyes cannot detect it.
Yeah. And that's that whole thing about what I was saying. Like, if you don't have a word for something, your brain struggles to even notice it. But if, like, for example, like, those brands like Durex, not Durex, Durex.
You're thinking of Durex.
Yeah, well, Dulux, they've got colours like elephant's breath, which is like a muddy grey and stuff. Like, have you come across any of those types of colours and just thought, what?
Fiddler's finger.
What colour would that be a mix of?
Brown.
Brown.
Millennial angst is a slightly shade of grey.
So if you had to name a brand new colour, what are you calling it?
Oh.
Boralian.
Beryllian.
Oh, that is that. Do you know what? You've been thinking of this for too long.
I'm just a genius, Jake. It just comes off the top of the tongue.
I'm getting like beryllian says to me like a purpley
rich.
black.
Yeah, and purple's my favourite colour. Yeah, well, like hints, notes of brown in there as well.
I was thinking more like silver, like a silvery type.
That name's already
already.
taken. Yeah, that's already taken.
No, but like I don't know what I would give it. I don't know. This is blowing my mind. I can't think on the spot. Yeah.
I'm just going to make something up. I'm going to call my colour Vanti.
Fanti.
What colour is it giving you?
Blues.
Oh,
Fanti.
okay.
I'll say green.
That's a whole other conversation as well. Synesthesia.
Yeah.
When you hear like where words, numbers, or feeling or music, you can see colours in your head. So like when you say a word, you said Fanti. I got pictures of blues with like hints of yellows and greens in it, like my mind's eye. That's synesthesia. Where everything, or if you hear music can hear like a certain colour, or like the number 7 for me is like an orangey red, or 9 is like a blue.
Bizarre.
That is weird.
Yeah.
But I do get that kind of thing because when I said Vanti, I was like, oh, I'm getting kind of white mixing with grey and browns.
Yeah, like nearly a marble blue and yellow, or blue and white effect.
Come on, Jake, you've got to come up with a colour.
I can't. My mind is just blown.
We're not moving on from the podcast.
We can't do that to the listeners. We know the way Jake thinks.
I know.
All right, well, Jake clearly can't come up with a colour, so why don't you come up for a colour for him? Put it in the comments, either on our Insta, Facebook, TikTok, or send it in via email if you want. Danny@meetinthemiddlepod.com. So yeah, that was this week's...
What the fuck?
Colours came from our ancestors, slowly realising that the world just isn't light and dark, naming things after blood and fruit, and occasionally hallucinating colours out of pure psychological confusion.
Thanks, Danny. From a whole spectrum of colours, we've got a spectrum of songs on the Midlands soundtrack.
Woo!
Yeah. You can find it by searching the Midlands soundtrack on Spotify or clicking the link below in the description. Right, I want to know what you're all listening to. So, Danny, what are you listening to?
Well, Jake, being that we were talking about Sweat earlier, I am listening to Sweat from Melanie C of Spice Girls. Yeah, she's got a whole new album out, and Sweat is a bop. So get listening.
I love it. Nice. James, what are you listening to?
Well, it's fitting that Rachel isn't here this week because this week I am listening to I'm Your Girl, right? It's a sultry, emotionally conflicted lead single from Swedish pop star Tove Lo, and it's their 6th studio album, Estrus. So give that a listen. I'm listening to it now. You should too.
You know, I'm your girl.
Right?
If you like Empire of the Sun and Tame Impala, you're going to love Get the Time Back by Must Be John. It's a proper summer indie classic it's going to be a classic in the future. It's ideal to have when you're having those summer drinks on those long summer evenings. Go check it out.
Nice.
Lovely.
Well, that brings us to the end of this week's episode of Meet in the Middle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us that follow. Leave all the comments below. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.